All right, hello. It has been a very long time since I've tried this. Long story short, I had a YouTube channel when I was a young child in middle school. Then I carried it on to high school. Then I dabbled a bit a little after high school, and then I gave up on it because when you move out of your house and you become an adult, you realize that life is colorful and terrible. But I was watching Curtis Connor recently, the very really good podcast, I think, and he's responding to a question of like, oh, how do I get my channel started? He made some comment, and I wish I could mimic it perfectly, but it was somewhere along the lines of, just fucking do it. I have a computer that I carry around in my pocket constantly that has a camera and a microphone that's not too shabby. The point is, I've been wanting to do this a while, and I haven't. Next steps, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? And the truth is, I was trying to find inspiration for myself. And here is my tangent right here, right now. I was a pretty cool fucking teenager. I was watching my videos. I didn't give a single shit. There was one video I watched, and it was literally just me cleaning my room. And that was the whole video. And then there was another one where it was just me holding my rabbit at the time. That failed miserably. Don't get a rabbit. Just kind of made whatever I wanted, and I talked about a bunch of shit that probably doesn't matter to anybody but me. But when I watch it, I think to myself now, like, damn, good for me. Good for them back then. Having enough self-confidence and enough, to be able to sit down and do something like that. So I'm thinking, me at almost 23 years old, what's stopping me from doing that? Another comment about my old videos. I don't know how it was possible for me to wear 14 necklaces at the same exact time. And I was mixing the golds and the silvers, which I just think is straight up blasphemy at this point. We grow and we learn. And one second. Moving forward, I still do my makeup, not frequently, all right? So I have these kids. I'm a teacher now, all right? Early childhood education, okay? We're kind of the fucking runts of the litter in terms of the teachers in the teaching world. 2 years I worked with an after-school program. That was my baby. A lot of kids in that program from like 5 to 10. One comment I would get when I would occasionally, once every 45 years, decide to wear makeup to work, the response I always got was creepy. Okay, you look creepy. And I'd be, preparing to go on a date later. I think I'm looking my best, and it's really difficult to feel like you're looking your best when you have 14 7-year-olds telling you look like the Crypt Keeper. So anyway, I keep what I do, but what I do is very simple to the point and easy to execute. Big eyeliner, false lashes, dark lipstick. That's it. So I after school care for a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. I think the most abrasive, borderline, invasive, assault, if you will. This 10-year-old, we roughhouse, we wrestle, we play ninja. You ever play ninja before? Freeze. Everyone goes 1, 2, 3, ninja. And you have to make a move, and you have to get somebody out that move, but then that person can chop an arm, and then you lose an arm. And if you don't have the joy of playing games as an adult, I feel very sorry for you. We were playing, so roughhousing was starting, all right? So it was me and him and her, we're roughhousing, and he looks at me straight in my face. He goes, slap to the head, titty tap. How would you, and I really want you to use your critical thinking skills here, and I really want you to put yourselves in my shoes. How would you appropriately respond to that? Moving on, okay? Great kid, big future ahead of him, right? I have to change diapers every day, but even that has its comical moments, right? I'm gonna get back to the beginning of this, because listen, I'm running on 10 minutes right now, I think, with my editing. Also, editing was my favorite fucking part of making videos. Editing was the one thing that I would sit down 3.5 hours of intense editing on iMovie just for 54 views, and I didn't give a fuck. That shit was the light of my life, the joy, the very essence of my existence was editing. So even though it's 10 minutes, I'm about to spend 3.5 hours editing this just to, quite frankly, maybe feel something again, experience some kind of joy outside of the bleak realm of the fact that I'm a young 20-something in a failing economy and a housing crisis. Anyway, getting back to the point, like just the way that is me, you know? Like I feel like when you look at old pictures, old videos, old shit, you're like, immediate cringe, like, ugh, don't know who that is, whatever. I don't really feel that. I think that I just look and that's a younger me, and I think I was pretty cool, and you know, I'm glad that I was able to persevere doing that. And now I'm at a point where I am lacking those skills. I feel like I lack the ability to put myself out there and be brave enough to do something public, and even just something outside of my room, my space, my aloneness, whatever it is. Like the fact that I can decide to do something cool, put it out there, and hope for the best and expect the worst. And the worst is that nobody watches it. Because the other cool thing is that with YouTube and with social media in general, sure, but something as intimate as sitting down and talking and letting yourself be vulnerable and letting yourself kind of show the funny sides, the more personal sides, things and stories that you might forget later on, and you have evidence of it right now. Overall, I just think that it's time for me to learn from my younger self a bit and take advice from a kid that came a long way.